All right. What's up, everybody? It's Long Tom. Welcome to the Long Tom Lounge. It's Tuesday night. We're here for Kaverns and Klombos as usual. During our crazy Star Wars event, um, let's see. Ooh, I could get the Han Solo and Leia Organa bundle for a mere 300 V-Bucks because I already apparently own the rest of it. um, uh, what am I missing here? Bunch of Marvel stuff. No, you're not joking. There is a lot of Marvel stuff in there. Uh, but yeah, what's up, Syria? Everybody else, welcome to chat. We are here for episode 46, if you believe that, of our regularly scheduled Caverns and Klombos series. Uh, Monday, did you say you were gonna do a recap tonight? Because if not, if you are, I'll say
I
other stuff.
I can do a basic one because I mean we didn't really do a whole lot, but yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah. That's fine. Because it's gonna kind of all get rehashed back at the base anyways, so it doesn't need to be too thorough. But I'm currently looking through the item shop, so we can wait to do
L-
that.
Last week on Caverns and Colombos, the party sans Spicy, who was out for due to unforeseen for bleh, due to unforeseen circumstances, killed the robot that we encountered the previous session after getting a bunch of information out of it first. After that, we made our way through the maze-like dungeon, the final vault, to get on the outside, but before the party could reach the outside, we decided to do a little out-of-character experimenting, and Long Tom was nice enough to spawn in a bunch of creatures that could shoot things and blow up these beautiful stacks of pillars and things that were holding up this like broken wall. It was absolutely gorgeous. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend going back to last week and checking it out. It was a lot of fun. And then after that, we made our way back to our home village, which is inside the cave, and we all worked on our own personal buildings a little bit. Monday spent some time by making his actual little hut in the garden. I believe Trone expanded, or Brock expanded his entire house a little bit, and I also think Musa did some work on his little estate inside the dungeon as well. And that brings us to this week.
That's right.
Will we bring complete and utter chaos to the world? Yes. I'm just going to answer it this week. Yes. Yes, we will.
Yeah, all of that brings us back to the Bastion, where we found out collectively over the weeks here through the vaults uh, that oh, every time I set my controller down, it does that. It says you need a controller for this game. I know, I just set it down for a second. There's something wrong with my USB. Um, but yeah, they discovered that there is some sort of history um, that was unknown insofar between the Pele Ban Anya and the Pele Felafia. Um, those being, of course, the banana people and the tomato head people. Um, insofar they had known that the Peelies were, you know, kind of druidic, almost nature lovers, were like caretakers of the land, and the Tomato Heads had been the exact opposite, savages who lived in ancient ruins and performed dark magic and um, generally weren't awesome. Um, but through these vaults over time, they've discovered that The tomato heads and their runes were actually part of an ancient civilization that spanned what used to be um, a single island. And an incident occurred after uh, the Pele Falafia had used the vaults to generate a massive quantity of power for something, which resulted in the island being blown apart, split almost nearly exactly in half, and of course the decimation of that ancient civilization. But enough time had passed that all of these facts have been lost to, they're not even word of mouth anymore. And in the most recent vault, they discovered essentially that whatever ancient technology that these Pele Falafia, the tomato heads, had access to, they were experimenting on the local plants and fauna, creating, monsters of various sorts. But then, more disturbing than that, they discovered a dark temple deep, deep inside the vault, um, which housed what the players have come to know as a golem, but a mechanical wonder, uh, a humanoid robot, greeted them and told them essentially that all of this had been done in the past to send a signal to somewhere out in the stars, and now they were expecting to receive word back. Um, let's see, what parts have been addressed and what parts haven't been addressed, so I don't say too much, or I don't say
I,
too
f-
little.
I feel like you nailed it on the head, and I think what we're specifically doing now is traveling to the Onceler to fill him in.
Mm, right. That was your guys' next uh, step in the plan. That's right. So let's see. We are currently three. Remy said he would be a little bit late tonight, so we can
I'm on
stand
my
by.
way.
Looked up at the window
Snuck
and
in.
I saw your name. Yeah, yeah. And that zebra snuck in as well. Welcome that zebra. Um, but yeah, uh, where are you loading in, Spicy? Or are you outside the cave?
No, I'm leaving the cave now.
Okay.
The cave we were in the week before.
Oh, you spawned back at the vault itself?
Yeah, yeah, in the log
Oh,
cave.
right. Oh, shoot. Do you want help out?
I'm out now. I'm
Oh,
trying
okay.
to figure out where y'all are at.
We're at home. It's the I forget what number it is. But it's two green markers. One's a house and one is a green number, I believe, or a green something. Um, on the northern side of the southern island. Hope that helps.
Uh,
I'll fly out to the entrance and ping it. How's that?
okay. Oh yeah, I see it now. I had to zoom in. It's stop. It's 24.
Oh, right. I forgot I put a bus stop out, which would cover up the marker. My bad. But yeah, we're at the
Yeah, I see you.
yeah,
500 meters in closing.
yeah. Zoom, zoom. Um, let's see. Let me actually. We go down there. No, there's not really a need to. Um,
Lag.
yeah, if you guys want to just come out to the island, I guess.
Thanks, as I say, Meichis. Yeah, this is a joint effort, Caverns and Klombos. If this is your first time coming in, we've been building this up. This is like our home.
What was it? What was that, Remy?
Remy, I think you were hot
Hello.
micing into the mainstream.
Oh, you know what I'm doing? I know what I'm doing. Sorry about that. I need to go like this. Okay, I think
Oh,
we're good
okay.
now. Sorry about that.
I thought something was wrong with my headset, but it was the game chat. I got you.
No, yeah, usually I was in the game chat. I mute the Discord when I'm letting other people know when they come into my stream, like what's going on.
Right, right.
So I was just introducing what's going on in our cave base.
Right.
And now I'm coming out.
Well, welcome to that stream, other person.
Yeah.
But yeah, uh, we could physically fly down there to talk to the Onceler. But for convenience sake, I'm just gonna say the Onceler is gonna meet you guys at your village. Because it's a lot of real estate to just end up coming back, or you know, to realistically take a bus stop somewhere, which is the next step in our journey after we talk to the Onceler. You guys probably, do you have gear to sell, stuff like that, or did you ditch all your stuff that you wanted to already?
I have a gift for everyone in the group. I have been meticulously planting and harvesting every session from the garden.
I've got some gold bars.
Let's see. Do, 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 do.
I also do have a rare a brute scale that I'd like to sell.
Right on. Yeah, I think we were saying last stream bicolor, you know.
Oh
Things
yeah,
are
I
looking up
remember.
there.
Yes, yeah.
But for a brute scale, go ahead and I'll give you 10 gold for that, because
Awesome.
it obviously wasn't come by easily. But yeah, if you guys need to replace any of your gear or anything, now would be the time to do that as well.
Musa, for you, I grew 27 bananas, and they are not batteries.
Well, thank you.
But are they going wild?
I knew that was gonna happen. Spicy, I grew you in the garden 32 peppers.
Yay, peppers! I can eat myself now.
And for Brock, when I see you next, I got 28 chillberries with your name on them.
Just in case he needs to relax.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what to grow him, so I'm like, these are useful.
Heck yeah.
I've got an Eye of the Storm. Are those valuable?
Yes, but in the sense that it's a blue thing, not necessarily because it's a thing. That's something we were talking about too. Like, for example, like I don't have like a list of like spell components, for example. So I can't say, oh, you know, yeah, Stormcore is actually, you know, a this thing or that thing, so it's worth X, Y, Z.
Right.
So what we've been doing is the half a gold for green items, 1 gold for blue items, and then purple would be 5 or 10 depending on the item. But honestly, I think everything that's purple at this point is probably worth 10. Because I can't think.
All right, for me, I've got
Oh,
4 gold ore, 2 rough emeralds, and 10 gold bars, and 18 iron.
How many? What's the colors of those? I could tell you how much that is.
Well, the gold is different. Rubies, whether
Oh,
they're cut or
darn.
rough, are different.
2 rough
So
emeralds and 4 gold ores.
I'll be right back. I gotta go get some of
Two-
this stuff out of the chest.
2 rough, you said.
Yes, sir.
Emeralds, you said.
Yes, 2 rough emeralds.
All right, so that's gonna be 600 gold. 50 gold per bar, 25 per ore. And then, did anybody else have other?
So
Gems.
I have been saving a stack of gems, like actually a couple. But if it's okay with you, I would like to make it like wait until I have a comical amount to cash it in.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Cool.
Yeah.
I got some stuff here. Hold on. Hey, Brave. What's good, man? Welcome to Kaverns Klombos.
Did you guys need to like replace any weapons or anything?
Yeah, I need to
Okay.
replace a spear.
Have some.
I also
Here's-
got a bunch of stuff I want to sell.
So yeah, what do you got to sell?
Okay, let me see. I have a 1 rough sapphire, 17 gold ore, 12 gold bars, and
Holy
2
cow.
rough emeralds. Yeah.
17 gold ore, you said. Here, I'm gonna use a calculator because so 17 times 25,
Caverns and calculators.
425 gold for the gold ore. How many bars did you say? 12.
Yes.
So that's going to be maybe another 600 for that. And you said,
What was the first one you said? 500
oh, I don't remember.
and something?
That was your job.
I was trying to get a pen to write it down. Sorry.
I think it was 4. Was it 4 and a quarter?
425 and then
Does
600.
anybody remember? And then
And then the other side was 600.
yeah, and then you said emerald, right?
I said, hold on. And then 2 rough emeralds.
I literally just had that page in front of me. Why did I
600.
stop moving it? For 2 of them for emerald, yeah. Because cut are 1,000. So roughly
Another
a
600.
third. Yep. All right.
I'm coming. Alright, dropping it all out. Let's see. Ready?
Just out of curiosity, how much is 1 cut ruby?
Cut ruby, I think, is 3 or 5. I can't recall. Let me check. I do need to find that page, and I need to isolate it from the other pages so that I don't have to do this
Three-
every single time.
Yeah, we should probably like do a come up with the Wikipedia for everything and just put everything in there.
World Anvil.
Cut ruby is 5,000.
What?
The irony is I have isolated it. I just forgot that I isolated it. I have it with your guys' character sheets now. I just couldn't recall that in the moment.
So one cut ruby is 5,000.
Yeah. Sapphire
Oh.
and emeralds are 1,000. Amber is 100. Uncut price for all of them is roughly a third.
I'm gonna have fun with this. Awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Do you know how to cut gems and I don't know? Is that what's going on here?
No, I've found a couple through the adventures, and I have them in the chest in the garden.
Oh, that's right. The spider eyes. I forgot about the spider eyes.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
And I have a bunch of uncut too, but those are in chests everywhere in every dungeon. So.
Yeah. That's unavoidable. There was a point when I was like trying to manage what treasure you guys actually got, and it was just, it's unmanageable, just in general. Because for example, when you guys played last time, all the trim pieces on that stuff that blew up was gold. So you know what I mean? Like when it's just available as a resource in the world, or you can just literally walk into any cave and take it off the wall, you know.
If I remember, there were a couple times where me, Tron, and I think Remy were like, we're gonna go ahead and grab a bunch of this stuff that's just chilling in this Colombo dungeon.
Yeah, you know, and I could like scour every dungeon and like find every chest and change what's in it, and you know, but that's a lot of work, and B, like, you know, I could be using that time for other things. Like,
Are we up to rare weapons now, or are we still on uncommon in terms of what we can use? Is it uncommon still?
It depends partially on your class. So, did you have a specific question about a weapon?
Oh, I'm just gonna maybe making myself another spear. Cause my other one broke, so I just wanted to make sure
Right.
I got the right. I think it's
yeah.
probably uncommon then still.
Let me, I will check, because you are a cleric, which gives you access to certain weapons, but only certain tiers of some weapons. So let me just double check.
Yeah. Last it was uncommon, but I don't know if we leveled up, it made a difference. That's
You have access currently, if it's not magical, any dagger, common axes, up to uncommon spears,
okay.
common crossbow, any machete, up to blue, you know, because magical is the crystal tier and up. And then common and uncommon swords, so I think, you know, like up to a short sword, essentially. And uncommon crossbows. So, yeah, you have
Okay.
light martial weapons and simple weapons. Yeah. So, yeah, what is that? A green staff, I guess, right? Common would be
Yeah.
gray, and then uncommon. And mahogany is how we've been getting enough slots on things. You know, for example, a wooden mahogany dagger can have whatever, you know, what is it, 3 enchantments on it or whatever. But you know, you can make it out of whatever you need to, as long as it's of that tier, you know. So to get your you know, like your health rune and slots and all that stuff. Let's see.
So I have 3,900 gold right now. How much gold would it be to upgrade this village once?
I don't know offhand. I will have to look into that. But if we go by like the bastion, upgrading your bastion stuff, um, and I don't think the new edition has a very heavy like influence on doing stuff other ways. It would be 2,000 gold essentially to turn one of like to repair one of these buildings and have it become a functioning whatever you wanted. So for example, for 2,000 gold you could turn this into the shop where the trader or whatever. You could turn this into the inn. You could turn that into the who's and what's it's whatever you happen to need, I suppose, that you think might bring money to the town. But I was looking around. I didn't realize how much you had set up for for Harry already out here. So, like, obviously you don't have to undo all that. Like, if you want to trade, essentially let Trone live out here, that I'm fine with that. We'll just figure out something to do with the cave stuff later.
Trone could act as or Harry could act as like watch out, and like the first, like when he sees something weird,
Right.
he'll relay it to the rest.
Yeah.
He's the
Like,
mayor.
yeah. And he's like, kind of low key, nobody suspects that he's like, one of the main dudes. But yeah, this,
Exactly.
Harry's got a nice place up here. I didn't realize. Uh, and then the downstairs seems to be some kind of kitchen for the cooking outside. We should put a door right here, so you can get to the bar. Oh, there's a shelf right there. We'll have to move that shelf. But, yeah. So let's see, where are we at? Yeah.
This is the dock for the conquistador.
Yeah. We'll have to move it over there at some point.
I think unless anyone else has any questions or needs to sell anything, I think we are. Are we ready to talk to the Onceler?
I got one more question. As far as the the essence that you put on the spears, which ones is it again for cleric? I'm sorry. I should have wrote it down. I think it's
Undead
Is it
Bane
health?
and health
Okay.
on all your melee
Okay,
and
cool.
and your range as well on all weapons.
Okay.
I wrote, so that means all.
Sounds good. Does it matter what level, or is it green? I
Um,
think.
we are level 10, so let's see. The runes upgrade at level 7 and level 14, so uh, they would be level 2,
Okay.
whatever I forget how it's written because I haven't looked at it in so long.
Got it. Oh, right on.
Yeah, you are like a force to be reckoned with when it comes to, undead and stuff like that. It's the living you have trouble with.
Hmm.
But all right, let's see. Use of the cannibal. I hope you're at least not related to those with those grilled bananas. Syria. All right. So
You
yeah,
need to buy 13 milk.
you need to buy what?
13 milk.
You need
13
some milk.
milk. Um, I don't. What color are milk?
Wait, I think.
Uh, they are white. So yeah, they're available throughout for pretty cheap. Yeah, like a gold a piece or whatever.
Cool. I'm gonna put these chill berries to use.
You're gonna make ice cream.
No, make shakes.
Nice. Chillberry protein shakes.
Yep. Rolled a
Nice.
19 on my crafting check.
Heck yeah. So, what I was figuring we would do with crafting is essentially like you get whatever item for half the price that you normally would. Obviously, the thing being you risk, you know, a low roll and not create, so yada yada yada. So I don't know what are chillberry shakes? Are those purple? They're pretty purple, right?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
They're rare.
they're blue. So yeah, however many of those you want to make for half a gold each.
13 is how many chill berries I have.
I don't know the recipe. 2 chillberries, so you can make 6. So for 3 gold, you can.
Oh no, I had 27 chill berries.
Oh, so you have 13 chillberry shakes. I got you. So for 6 gold, it took you 6 gold worth of materials to make those chillberry shakes.
Cool. Done.
Let's see. Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and talk to the Onceler, uh, the Onceler greets you as always, and just kind of like, "What's going on, guys?"
I relay everything that stupid, dumb robot told us last week to the Onceler.
You got a real grudge against that robot, huh? That was.
I do. I do. I don't like that robot. A robot has a dumb face. It's a dumb face robot.
He did have a tomato head.
He's not as good looking as this banana.
Yeah, yeah. Bananas are obviously the good guys. So I know that you guys know some things about what's going on in the world, out of character, obviously. Um, it's hard for me to recall at this point uh, what your characters do and don't know of the actual lore. So you don't need to do the whole spiel, but what parts of it do you relay to the Onceler, I guess?
Okay, so I tell the Onceler that they basically revealed to us that the few, like the first people that were here, were basically using the many, like they were using the batteries and making a bunch of suffering and causing a bunch of havoc just to like get back to their own place or fight back someone. I think I don't remember exactly. It was something along those lines.
Roll me a history check real quick. We'll see how much you remember.
13.
13. They needed to send a signal. That's what all the energy was for, and all the buildings.
So yes, they sacrificed a ton of life just to send the signal. And now I also relay to him that we know that something is coming. We just don't know when, where, what, or how.
All right. Anybody got anything to add to that before I spielify?
It's coming from a galaxy far away. Not sure what that means.
Nice. The oncer is kind of taken aback. He says that all of this sounds so familiar. Like you guys know that uh, for example, the holy text that you found in Cutlass Cove for the Pele Ban Anya initially turned out to be, you know, comic books, Avengers #1 and stuff like that. Um, the story of a bunch of heroes fighting back against a trickster god, etc., etc., etc. And let's see, Monday from the loop, you would probably know, and Harry uh, has even mentioned in the past having memories of the people in the book. Um, like all of this sounds like stories that you've heard from back home. Now, naturally, of course, Musa, this is all going to be new information, spicy as well. Um, I lost my train of thought.
Oh yeah, there might be a way for me to get back.
Right. There's some way to make rifts. Everyone's freezing to death. Let me fix that.
My character's not shaking.
There you
Ah,
go.
darn it.
Look, look, Remy's smiling again. Ah, that's sweet. Spicy might be too far away to be warm. But yeah.
Spicy's always warm. He's a spicy pepper.
Um, all of this reminds the Onceler of, stories that he's heard of, and he explains, the dark side and the light side, essentially like the duality that's always, constantly a struggle in the universe. Um, and, that even the rest of it reminds him of like other stories that, he grew up with essentially. Um, but he says, we only have essentially one side of the story right now. Like you've spoken to this, uh, from what you've described, evil robot in a deep dark hole, and we only have that information so far, in that there's only one way that he can think of to get the other side of the story, which hopefully will with that side of the coin as well, you'll have a complete vision of what's actually going on right now. And that is the eldest banana. Uh, he's been mentioned to you folks a couple times in passing before. Um, but in order to reach him, uh, because he was around prior to the incident, the cataclysm that split the island, which here for the chat, here's the nearby faraway islands, as they've been dubbed, the Ugachaka Awimaway Islands, and we have Pele Anya and Pele Afya, home to the the Pili Ban Anyas, the Pili characters, and then home to the tomato heads over here. The ruins of their ancient civilization throughout. But there was no way to move the eldest banana from where he was, so he's still there to this day. So you folks will have to travel to the island and meet the eldest banana and find out essentially the rest of the story. And ask any questions that you still have about what's going on. And hopefully he can point you in finally the right direction of this long hunt for a way to stop Zarya and Mortho. Uh, thoughts?
I don't like Zarya Mortho. I especially don't like that it has been revealed to me that I could follow in their footsteps if we don't right the wrongs we have initiated unintentionally.
All right, you could become Bloody Monday, the
Yes.
the Black Olive.
I love that so much.
I'm here all night, folks. Um,
Let's get the ship and go find this banana.
all right. Well, uh, I can do you one better. Because a bunch of the island is only half finished, and there's no reasonable way to get there, uh, and the original way that I meant to have you guys go there never got finished, we're gonna take a bus.
Ooh.
Fancy.
This week
Or,
on Caverns in Colombo, will the bus work?
you're right. Yeah, we're gonna take a bus, or as we like to call it in Caverns and Klombos, magic.
It's living on, right?
What's that?
This ain't the one you're living on, right?
No, we should be all right.
Oh my
Alright.
god, that'd be great. The Onceler just like flies up with his magic bus.
Right. That would be great. Next
Hey
episode.
Tom.
Yeah.
Opie wanted me to tell you this. He says hi.
Hey, what's up, Opie? How you been, man? Thanks for stopping by. All right, everybody's on. Sweet. When you guys get off the bus, just drive to the bus station if you don't mind, and we will travel on foot. It's explained that you'll be teleported to your as close to the destination as they can reach, and that there should be a path of torches that will lead you north, and you should apparently easily find the eldest banana. Do 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 do.
See a torch, let's follow it. Oh wait, that's Monday.
So as you folks arrive and take your first steps in Pele Felafia, you notice that this jungle seems much deeper and denser and wild than the jungles from Pele Bananya. Whereas the Bananya are, caretakers in nature and live with, as much as they can in harmony with it. There's none of that attention or care on this island. Brambles and various like snagging vines like reach everywhere across the island. And of course, dotted with ruins of a once great civilization that now once ran on this energy that and other energies that you've discovered around the world. But yeah, that's my little spiel.
I tell everyone in the party to keep their wits about them.
Got it. Hit something every time I get a chance.
Keep the heels.
Does
coming.
anyone see the way that is lit up with torches? We should probably look for that.
You were told the trail led north from where you would arrive. Follow the ridge.
Oh, this way then.
See the torches.
Ooh, yes, torches.
Go.
Nope. Drone's got scorpion problems. Very tiny scorpion problems.
I think you're saying that wrong. I think those scorpions have a Brock problem.
That that is likely accurate. Look what I found. Oh! Oh no! Remy! Remy slips off the ledge. Somebody's gonna need to help Remy.
Come here, Remy. Come here.
Come and get me. Woo!
Oh, that would have been so cool.
I still have a.
Do you have any wood? I have some wood. I could jump down there and oh wait, we can't just like build stuff like that, can we?
Oh!
Oh, sweet.
Nicely done.
grappling hook.
Nice.
Heck yeah. I mean, if it had come to it, obviously we could have rolled to, throw him a rope or whatever,
Whoa, what is
hey,
that
what's
in
up,
the
Opie?
distance?
Oh my god.
Holy shysta, that's insane.
What do you
Great.
what do you see?
It's a big banana.
There's like, it looks like it looks like a giant bearded banana, and the beard is like giant.
Papa Nana. That's Papa Nana. Oh my god. Look at that thing.
And here,
Oh my god, and the eyes are perfect.
The beard. Oh my god.
Yep, I'm gone. Forget
I
this.
love how like this guy is alive, right? What?
yeah. He's alive.
Oh my god, this is insane.
as
The
as
beard
you-
is like the staircase.
As you approach, he does seem to be lightly dozing.
Hey guys, I'm AFK for a second.
All right.
Does anyone have a marker? And does he like jokes? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't recommend doing any of that.
I'm going to take this little moment that we have Spicy away to let you folks know. This is a Syria and me collab from I did the math earlier tonight, 226 days ago, which is 7.5 months ago. And
wow.
I did the other math, and that's episode 11, I believe. This has been built since episode 11.
Oh my god, this has been just sitting here that long.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, I cannot believe, like, I know we don't like freely come in here and explore, but I'm still impressed that you like kept this hidden from us.
Yeah. Well, we've never been to this island ever. This is the first time we've ever touched the dirt on this side of the chasm.
That's
but yeah,
incredible.
It also makes you realize how large the world is, that they can just like have these
Oh yeah,
cool things just spread across the world that we don't even know.
for
I don't know
sure.
if he's gonna like you guys standing on his beard.
I mean, I feel like he probably likes it. He looks like he's enjoying it.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
But
It's like a
yeah,
really cool idea for like a real statue, like in real life, to have like a bearded old man in the path be his beard. Like I could
Yeah.
see that in like a park.
Wait,
Let's see.
is his beard like hard enough for us to like walk on, or are we
No.
like
No, you're-
in like
you're
a
good.
net of beard as we're walking?
Yeah, it's like almost like a dread. It's it's like walking on moss kind of. There's some give, but it is solid. So,
Awesome.
but yeah, he's been here so long that he has long since all browned. He is the the brown banana, the brownest.
Yeah, that's how you know he's the oldest and wisest.
Yeah, you know, Even if he didn't have the beard, you'd still know he was the oldest banana.
Probably really mushy.
Right. So, W for Syria in the chat. We uh, back when you guys first came to Colombo Island, this was here. This was before we had the like story of the island even. Um, we didn't know that it was going to be like two opposing factions on two, stuff like that. So, uh, that's funny. Let's see. Let's see. That is, in fact, the oldest banana, the first I ever built, says Syria. Very impressive. Opie says, Tom had the idea with the color and he helped with the beard. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you. But yeah. Let's see. Has Spicy returned?
Yeah, I'm here.
Where? Oh, you're in the air. That's why I couldn't see you.
Yeah, I was taking screenshots of the build.
Oh, right. Heck yeah. Yes. O- Opie was saying we should put it in the Kaz competition, but I don't know if collabs are allowed. But that would be funny to see built in real life. I wonder how they do it. But all
I
right.
just really love the beard path.
Yeah. No. We had the idea he was going to be, obviously he was going to be kind of the oracle, the yin to the Klom ladies yang. And then instead a bunch of other stuff happened. That's the fun thing about this game. I've mentioned it before. Like I can plan and have ideas all I want, but if you guys say you're gonna go left, then that's what we're doing. So that's been always an exciting part, is like planning for the unexpected, which is hard to do. But yeah, as you folks arrive to this glorious sight, the eldest banana is lightly dozing. And if you folks want to think of a couple things you want to talk to them about, I'll be right back after I refill my coffee.
We should think of like something clever to ask. I don't know
Yeah.
what that is though.
Why is he holding a tomato head?
That is actually a very good question. I think that yes.
And did this piercing hurt?
I want to know what his spear is made out of.
How old is he?
That's a good question too. Yeah.
Is he your grandpa?
That's
Yeah,
possible.
Musa, are you related to him?
I think all Peelies are related in some way. He could be yeah, he's a daddy nana. I don't know.
A banana.
A banana.
Banana. The Grand Banana.
Oh, that's clever. The reflections in the eyes are perfectly the cups. Right?
All right. I should know better than to start a stream with half a cup of coffee, but what can you do? Let's see. Want to smoke out with this dude so bad. That's funny. All right. So, I'm back. And as I stated before I left, this gentleman is lightly dozing. How would you folks like to approach? Why don't we actually go ahead and roll initiative, and that will save save us the headache of figuring out who's gonna do what.
21.
Obviously, 21. You said.
Yes, sir.
Is that just with your
17
whimsy?
plus will.
Uh, oh no, it's whimsy for initiative.
Oh, so 18.
Okay, because I know you have that ability that gives you advantage on the first initiative, but I'm pretty sure it's of a combat, so it wouldn't apply in like the.
Yeah,
You know,
not worry about it.
yeah, I was just checking. But
rolled a
18, you
one.
said. One spicy. Aw.
A 1.
Um,
I
and
rolled a 12.
you
I got a
you
10.
you don't have any bonus for your whimsy, spicy. Not that it matters, but
Not enough to matter, no. Hey, I'm 1. I got
right,
1.
right. Well, I'm just saying in the future,
Yeah.
initiatives and stuff like that is the only time that a one doesn't matter. Like for example, if we did it for a check, that would be the automatic
Right.
fail, but it
Right.
wouldn't, so it wouldn't matter what your bonuses were, but for initiative, your bonuses and stuff do apply. So I was just checking. All right. So Trone.
I lean over to Musa and say, "Hey, how do I talk to this guy? Is there some sort of ceremony or something?"
Honestly, it's been so long since I've talked to an elder banana, and this guy being the oldest. I think you just can say hello. What's that greeting? What?
Wanye Banyana or something.
Hey, a wee mama way.
100 XP to the first person who remembers it.
Oh, this is gonna kill me now. Oh, I can literally hear um a bad guy saying it in my ear right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can't put the words though.
Let's see. It's
Movie Chaka, wee mama way.
the let's see, the robot said it to you guys recently. Um, let's see, who else? I feel like two different people have said it to you recently, but I can't think of the second one. But at any rate,
Like
um,
Banya Wap stuff. Oh man, it's like when you say it, it sounds like oh yeah, but
anybody want to do history check to check?
15 on history. Oh wait, 14. That's wit, right?
Uh,
I rolled 18.
I got
18,
19.
19. Monday.
I rolled a 12 again. This is insane.
All right. Well, between Spicy and Remy, you guys recall that it is Ba Weep Grana Weep Niniban, which is the universal greeting from the 1985 Transformers movie, the animated one, where everybody dies. All right. So the I presume someone uh, talking is a free action. So Trone has this information. It's still your go. If what do you want to do there, big guy?
I'm gonna let the banana guy say it. I'll mess it up.
All
Oh
right.
no, I don't care.
Next in the rotation is Monday, actually.
Bawib Nare Karabniba. Is your beard flammable? And I dip my light on it. No, I'm joking.
Turns out he's also super dried out, and just the whole thing goes. Now you'll never know what's going on in the world.
I got like that image of like SpongeBob when he visits Sally the squirrel.
Musa would hate me forever. You killed the grand banana.
The
Yeah,
granddaddy banana.
the
Oh,
granddad.
what were you saying? You said it really good, Remy. Dad Anna or whatever.
No, Spicy said that Danana or Danana.
Yeah, the grand banana.
Nice. All right. So yeah, you folks approach, and better than your actual performances, your roles told me that you did speak the appropriate incantation, if you will, before the grand banana, and he like slowly lifts one eyelid open, and he's like, "Oh, hmm." He starts to slowly wake up.
Uh, hello, hello, Mr. Grand Banana thing.
Hey, who, what can I do for you?
Uh, we have some. Well, we have a lot of questions actually, and we also have some information to relate to you. But I'm gonna let my associates do that, and I pass my turn over.
All right, Remy. There's an ancient elder banana in front of you. As a, well, it's getting warm out now, but you trembled as you approached.
I'd be like, I don't know what to ask besides. Well, let's start off with, well, I haven't seen a banana as old as you. How old are you?
Yeah. Excuse me. Allow me to get out to my dice. Oh yeah, he's gonna tell you everything. He essentially let you know that he's been here as long as he can remember. Since the beginning.
Hey,
You should ask him if he's like able to move or if he's like stuck in the ground. And then if he says he's stuck in the ground, you should be like, well, how'd you get stuck in the ground? Is this a fate that belies all bananas of this age?
You should ask him if he's your daddy.
about how about what is the most recent notable event that has happened around you that you could tell us about?
I want to know why he's holding a tomato head.
You can ask him a question too.
That's a good question for chat. Syria, why is he holding a tomato? Um,
Any bad jokes, he throws it at us.
that's right. That's right. It's a really old tomato. She and I discussed making a elder tomato the other day. Just like an old, like just a flat, rotten puddle of tomato, like not even rounded, just completely
Oh my
smushed.
god, if you can make that elder tomato and then like put balloons on the elder tomato and the elder banana, we could have them battle it out.
Oh, like kaiju?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Like Godzilla versus Mothra, but to Mothra,
Old man banana and old man tomato.
right?
Bananazilla versus Tamothra.
Grand,
Oh, that's a good one.
Grand Nanazilla. We can do this all night. Hey, welcome to the chat, Rooster. But all right. So you just wanted to ask him, the most recent, like, what do you mean specifically? Like, do you?
Just like what he's observed in the most recent times. I know he's old, so I mean that could be like the last 100 years or so. But like, what's the most recent thing? I'm just figuring he's all wise and seeing things around that like maybe they could key us in on like you know, motherships coming down and tomatoes becoming bad and all that kind of stuff. So
Oh, why don't you
see
ask
if he's been
him?
paying attention.
Why don't you ask him exactly that? Be like, hey, what do you know about motherships? And you know what I mean?
Hey, Mr. Old Banana Man, what the hell's going on around here? Why is everything crazy? Evil tomatoes, space tomatoes. I don't know, battery bananas. What you got any information on
Uh, he says
that?
that he does know quite a bit about all of those things. Um, but before I get into a long and unspecified rant about those things, Spicy, why don't you go ahead and take your turn? Do you have any questions or anything specifically for the banana about anything specific? Um,
Not specifically. No.
all right.
Ask
Um,
him about the tomato.
yeah, I just,
We asked that already.
Okay.
yeah, yeah, it'll be part
That
of
was my main question. I thought maybe he had killed like the leader of the tomato people or
right.
something.
It's
But
like his trophy. Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping for. But
um, so all right. He says that some of you will understand this better than others because not all of you are from here, obviously. Um,
Wait, is that obvious to him?
um, he he says
Because that has implications.
that his time here, in his time here, that he's literally become a part of the world.
Oh,
That
wow.
that uh, all the world is now an extension of him. So he witnessed many things, including your arrival.
Well,
Anything?
I think you'd like to hold your end.
What can you tell us about spaceships or motherships or ships that are moms?
He says, well, that's essentially where this all begins. Um, uh, he said, where would you like me to start? Would you like me to start with the ships, or would you like me to start with the beginning?
How long is this gonna take?
He says the very beginning.
I don't want to turn brown by the time it's over. No offense.
uh, all right. He says that knowing the beginning will might help you understand the middle. So he starts to break down uh, the story of the first llama. He asks if you're all aware of the story, and of course, you know, at this point, you guys know quite a bit about it.
Yeah.
Um, but he says that the first llama, it's not a myth. It's not, you know, just a story. Um, it was actually a man who came to this world. It was the very first person, and the world formed around them. That it was procedurally generated around him, and for all intents and purposes, they were just a regular person, and they wanted to do good in the world, and they wanted to, like, you know, craft, you know, great things, and they wanted to, you know, provide a place for the villagers that they found, you know, living, you know, throughout the land, and you know, the different Lego people that they met along the way, you know, some of them like living in ruins and stuff. And so, you know, he went to work creating this paradise for them, essentially. Um, but every thing that he needed to, craft or to, build a new home or whatever, was something that was also being taken away from the land. Every victory that he had was also some other thing's defeat. And over time, that duality became perceived as the four llamas of the apocalypse. Um, but they were also real people. Uh, this is where it gets confusing. um, they were essentially four friends of the first llama who also came to the world at the same time. But the perception of all of this has been warped by uh, you know, time and misremembering the actual history, and a lot of it being transferred orally. Um, but each one of them had those same aspects. They wanted to do good, but ended up, doing evil. Where, they wanted to provide a home and a nice place. They ended up clear cutting a forest. Where they wanted to, create, a beautiful this or that. Now they strip mined, the nearby caves, and like robbed the place of its like natural beauty. Uh, so over time, uh, the original realized that this was the case, that they were as much good as they wanted to do in the world, they were actually harming it, and tried to explain this to the other four, but they wanted to keep, plundering and PvPing and being the master of despawning and have all the riches and all the resources and all the everything, just chests overflowing with gems and rubies and every resource that you can imagine, just on end. Um, so while this was all occurring, uh, in another galaxy, there was a war that was also transpiring. And at the end of that war, the separate factions went out into the galaxy and found their like places of power to both, learn and regroup. And it was one of those uh, star people and their, ships that came and first met the Pele. And at that time, they really knew no difference between them. They didn't matter if they were a tomato head or a banana. Um, but when these people arrived, they introduced, of course, technology. They introduced all of these other elements of life that, the Pele being the primitive people and the other Lego kin being the, primitive people that they were at the time, uh, you know, interpreted as, godlike power and magic and, all these things, but, all these things that they had never really considered before. Um, for example, some Sneetches had stars and some didn't. You know what I mean? Like, but they didn't know the difference prior to these people showing up. And the duality was essentially introduced to them. The dark side and the light side. Um, which is of course ever present throughout the universe. But this place was so freshly formed and so new that factions hadn't really evolved like that. Um, Anybody have any questions so far?
No, I'm good.
So far, so good.
All right. So the war ended up following the original people who showed up here and had introduced the technology to the world. And they ended up being driven out of this place again. But of course, it still had its, dark power, its dark energy that existed, then, which is why they came here in the first place. When they left, and the technologies of the red-skinned Falafia, who took on far more of the traits of the visitors than the Pele did, they became obsessed with reobtaining that level of power again. To get that level of magic, they did everything they could to, please, who they saw as gods. They built, great temples, and they built, effigies and, monuments and, all the things that they could until finally they built their entire civilization into what became a ancient radio. Like all of their buildings were, acoustic resonators and, specifically designed to draw power from the earth to run this giant machine, to send this signal to try and get back in contact with the visitors from the stars, to bring them back, to presumably, keep teaching them or maybe even get them off planet. And it was during this time that the Tomato Heads started doing all of their nefarious practices. They would lead, take any means necessary to produce this energy, which we found out in the biomass vault. And it was at that time that the Pele Bananya and the Pele Afia, Pele Felafia, the division, of course, began. But not long after this, while they were sending the signal, there was a 1 in a million chance malfunction, which caused the entire machine to rend itself in half with a giant explosion, which would have been bad for any piece of machinery, not the least of which, though, is a piece of machinery that is comprised of your entire island. And yeah, long story short, that was the first of 2 cataclysms that the world has experienced. There was one prior to all of this, which has no true explanation, but then a second one since then. Most of the technology has been lost, of course. The Tomato Heads are now, the savages and cannibals that, you guys have encountered many, many times. But he wants to ask a question. Let me see if I can find the thing. Here it is. This is a question for Remy and Trone. Can either of you tell me what spell that is? If it's a wizard spell or if it's a cleric spell?
Wizard spell.
I think I can cast that spell too.
He says that what you know as Arcane Mojo and Holy Mojo, once upon a time was known by a different name. It was a single mojo. It was called Science. It says that any technology sufficiently advanced enough could be essentially understood as magic, and that it's a combination of their technology and their belief system, which was true throughout the universe, that runs essentially that magic. That there is a source that ties the entire universe together, and that the manipulation of that energy field is what magic actually is.
Schwartz.
Right. He says that that's also the story of this world itself. That there is a correlation between this place and the place in the stars. A direct connection between them called a LEGO line. That was, you know, caused by the quantum entanglement of these two places. That there were certain places that were built here on this world to correspond to the constellation in the sky that those visitors came from, and that so long as those connections still exist, that this world will always just keep repeating this same loop. Much like, you know, the Fortnite loop that some of you are from, just on a longer scale. So essentially, Zarya and Martha will always come back unless that's, you know, you can kill them every 1,000 years, and it won't matter unless the connection between here and that place is severed somehow.
How can we sever it? We should do that.
He says that you would need to, you know, as he's mentioned, a lot of these places were built, you know, specifically as to either generate the energy necessary to connect back to that home world, or you know, as a means to, you know, bridge that connection. For example, there has to be some place that's part of a system of some sorts that is directly connected back to that place. It's likely a place that the dark side energy was resummoned. But in order to sever the connection, you first would have to drive out, you know, well, to completely remove it, you would have to sever the connection and drive out the dark side energy. So defeating Zarya and Martho, and also discovering where that quantum Brickanic, you know, quantum entanglement exists in the world. And as we know, part of that is looking for the artifacts, because we know that there's certain items that have been used in the past to defeat the dark side in this world, or the darkness as it's commonly referred to. But that is essentially the spiel in a nutshell of the brown banana. Of course, he takes days and days to tell you this story, though, because he's very slow speaking. He needs a drink of water, you know, stuff like that. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah. Looking at you and your beard. Are you a spaceship? Looks like smoke's coming out of the back of something.
Yeah, he laughs. He says that he is not, in fact, a spaceship.
All right, that's all I got. I need some food now.
Monday.
So we have to do all of that just to sever the connection.
I mean, you could let the world be plunged into darkness and, you know, yourselves along with it. That is
Sounds,
always an option. You know, you don't have
sounds
to
like
do
fun.
anything. But
Okay, you've convinced me. I'm in. Let's do it.
um, Remy, anything you want to say to your banana grandpa?
Um, mm, are there any ones else that are as old as you?
He says that he is not positive. He says, though he has become one with this world, he also has the ability to hide himself from it, and he doesn't know if there are other bananas who can do the same. He said there could be other bananas out there as powerful as him, but they've chosen to hide themselves.
Okay.
What about the banana-looking golems?
Uh, he says those were part of everyday life. Because there was the time when the Peelies and the Felafia lived together. You know, when the first llama arrived and his friends arrived, um, they lived together. And then when they lived in the same villages, et cetera, et cetera. And then when the visitors came, um, they still lived together even when the technology was introduced. It wasn't until the after the visitors left and the Felafia kind of went power mad or power hungry, I guess, and started doing wackier and wackier things, using more and more dark, arcane arts to achieve their goals. That the bananas decided to separate. And like I was saying, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't much longer after after that the cataclysm happened. Um, so in the collective memory of the people in the last 500 years, it's only really been since the cataclysm. But in their memory, they've always been separate. Uh, but never a
Me of all
concrete
people is
reason.
about to ask the question.
What was that, Tron?
I can't believe me of all people is about to ask this question. If we end this cycle, does this world end?
That's a really good question. Uh, he says that he's not sure what'll happen because this world has always been this way. It may just begin a new cycle that is the uh, other duality of the world and the fabric of the universe. Maybe instead good will be reincarnated here over and over, and evil will come to try and stop it. But he cannot predict the future. Uh, but he really starts, he starts to think about, you can tell he appreciates the question. Um, Remy and
My
Spicy.
head hurts. What I just ask?
You had one of your idiot savant moments. You're all right. You'll take one of those potions. You'll be fine. Uh,
Oh, here we go. Senses dull again.
let's see, Remy.
Um, I think that's all that I can think of right now. I feel like he's talked for a nice long time, and I've just kind of been Misa's just kind of enthralled with it all and knows there's more, but just can't seem to think of them at the moment of his questions.
Yeah.
It's too much information to process.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
You can always,
he takes note of where he is. He can always come back,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
He's around. He's not going anywhere.
Will
He
it, will
says,
it be easy to find him again?
I
That's
I
the
mean,
question.
he lives
He's
here.
right here.
Yeah, he's not going nowhere, bro.
Okay. Sounds good.
Musa and I say, wonder how many times he's witnessed this cycle happen.
We have to cut him open and count the rings.
All right, let's do it.
But all right, he says, that's pretty much, the bulk of the story. Obviously you can, ask questions as needed anytime. But that he can help you, point you in the right direction for the next portion of the journey. And he will do that right after I return from a bio break.
It's like he's pointing up.
Hey, Musa.
Yes.
You know how all the other banana batteries were tiny?
Yeah.
I wonder how powerful he would be if he was a banana battery.
Probably could charge up this whole world.
Right? Like just a AA world battery.
That's right. He's definitely a triple B battery.
All right. I'm back.
We were
Let's
just
see.
discussing how powerful of a battery the Grand Banandad would make if he was a banana battery.
Right. Maybe they only would have needed just the one if they'd just gone big, you know.
I mean, to be honest, he kind of looks like he was a battery for a minute.
Definitely got fried up a little for sure. Let's see where. Oh, there it is. Um, so he says that he understands that you've recently taken up residence in the uh, the old fort of the Peely Druidess Roma, and she was obviously one of the seven, and that it was her blade that was used to sever Martho's casting hand. In that he knows where it is, that it will be heavily guarded, but that if you can reach it, that that would be the first step in enacting this plan.
Heavily guarded, you say?
Yep. He says that it's a Philadelphia armory, and that it's one because of the energy surrounding it. It's one of the stronger vaults, or heavily populated vaults, rather. But he says that if you follow his beard, uh, it points to the path that you must follow to find it. And he says before you enter the cave, at the end of the path, that he's summoned warriors to assist you in your endeavor, and they await you on the nearby beach. So yeah, if you folks want to figure out that little short riddle, it's pretty obvious. We can head out.
I jump off the cliff.
Whee! Brock tries to follow. Ah! Brock, are you okay?
Glider didn't open.
I
Okay.
don't know what they did, but it is considerably easier to use the glider now with
Oh.
flying on.
Nice. Yeah, I've learned to just wait like longer than I would to normally pop it like in the game. I just like do like a full second, you know, like jump, glider. So you folks managed to circumvent any enemies that would have been along the way. Not that there was going to be anything wild, but bravo, folks.
This is so cool. I love that his beard like points to this epic path. Like this is awesome.
Dun, dun, dun,
Like how many years did he like
dun,
know this was coming
dun,
and plan for it and strategically grow his beard?
Maybe his beard turned and pointed the way. Maybe you didn't even notice because you were so enthralled by his.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But if you folks want to go ahead down to the nearby. Oh, that's not where I meant. Down there, you can grab some followers and we'll go invade. Sadly, one of you is going to have DJ Yonder instead of a banana. But, you know.
Yeah, the pepper will take DJ Yonder.
But here we have every Peely villager warrior that's available in the game. I can't even have another Peely village because I have them all here.
I didn't even know that there were multiple Peely guys like that. That's awesome.
Yep. There's Benancy, Benandrew, Benaniel, Benanthony, I think is the fourth one. He's around here somewhere. He might be using the toilet. It's over here in the bushes. Nope. Anyways.
Yeah, DJ Yonder can't leave.
Really?
No, he's taking care of the animals. It's not giving me an option to do anything.
Also, it gave me the option to make Bithaniel or whatever follow me, but he's not following me, even though I selected it.
Well, that's silly. Well, come to find out,
Just highlighted.
come to find out, a plan I had 7 months ago doesn't work anymore. So, we can just go fight some stuff. If some of you have followers, heck yeah, good job.
Maybe when we go in the cave, they'll follow. Oh,
Yeah,
look.
maybe.
That guy's here.
I could have.
Yeah, I think once you leave, probably once you leave the town.
Yeah. Well, I know you can't take the whoever the captain is, and that's I think it's Benancy. I'm not sure. Whichever one it is,
yeah.
he can't leave the village.
Benandry,
I
yeah.
could have swore DJ Yonder could though. But so as you folks roll up with your heavily armed bananas. Hey, 3 of them made it. That's good, at least. Yeah, if you guys want to set up camp, do all of that.
Oops.
You note the waste of many, many bananas surrounds the entrance. Everybody do their bed thing.
I'm trying to remember how. There we go.
All right. We good to go? Initiatives. And pray your followers don't get you murdered.
I didn't get
17.
one.
Oh God, 3. So it'd be like a 5, I think.
5. What'd you get, Spicy?
I got a 19.
Ooh, nice. Remy,
What,
I got 8. 8.
you had a question, Spicy?
no.
Oh, Tron?
17.
Nice. All right. Spicy, if you would like to take your movement deeper into the cave, you are welcome to, once we get out of this lag spike.
Yeah, but I can't move at all.
Followed by Tron. Followed by Remy, followed by Monday. And back to Spicy.
Going to approach the doorway and check for traps, I guess. At 11.
11. With your experience in the other in the vaults, you don't notice any of the regular pressure plates that you have seen before, but you do note that this entrance is different than the other ones you have seen. Let's see, 11. Go ahead and give me a second one.
16.
Yeah. This rug is always giving you an uneasy feeling every time you see it.
Yep.
So that's all the information I can give you.
Alright guys, I think we might need to jump over this rug. Maybe? I'm gonna take the rest of my movement and see what happens. Oh.
As
Hey, that one actually got me with some good damage.
as you roll through, the most devious trap you have encountered yet goes off, and you are blasted along with the surrounding area in a large explosion, which, as you noted, did a significant amount of damage. But you also know where the trap activation is now. Which will bring us to Trone. Trone, you just picture, like an action movie where the front of a building blows out, and the wind, debris comes out the windows. That just happened as Spicy walks through the door.
See, we're just getting.
As you walk through, you are hit with a similar crushing blow, unlike any of the traps you've encountered so far.
Actually, I took all the damage from that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm down to 2 hearts. I'm almost dead.
Oh yeah, Trone doesn't look hurt at all, does he?
He's not.
Trone, you should be more hurt. Here, I'll take
Three
care of it.
cannonballs last time to get me to my knees from the daily blunderbuss.
We're going through all these caves with these traps. We're just helping Long Tom get really sneakier and sneakier with how well he makes them.
What's fun is this was built the same time as the banana. This was actually one of my first traps.
I can't believe these traps are still working then.
Yeah. No, I mean, I came and checked, but yeah, they still worked. I messed myself up pretty good on it earlier when I was making sure it was still going. But all right. Remy is next. Remy, constant explosions are occurring in the hallway in front of you. You see Spicy is taking heavy, heavy damage from both the first explosion and then just flak from the second explosion as Trone walked in.
I'm gonna
Oh,
heal them. I cast a heal spell.
All right, what are you using?
I was gonna use
Uh,
my healed blaster gun. Just shoot it at them.
Right, but you have your close up and your far away one. One does one shot,
Okay.
one does two shots.
All right. I'll do one shot.
So just you didn't want
What?
to use
Just
your
shoot it?
you could
What?
use your movement to move up and do two shots if you want.
Oh.
It uses
Oh.
your one is like laying on hands healing and one is like you shoot the healing over.
Right.
The only difference between them is obviously the number of shots, but they both take up the same number of spell slots and et cetera, et cetera. So it's utility.
If
You know what I mean?
if I already moved though, I can't move closer, can I?
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't realize your movement was up. I apologize.
Yeah. It's okay. So I'm just gonna shoot.
Oh no! I set my controller down. Oh no!
You guys, I'm gonna wait till you guys get back up.
The AIs are stepping on the triggers too, I think.
Oh, I know. Oh my god!
This is kind of funny.
All right. So
I've not even moved again.
the trap continues to go off. Remy comes over, stabilizes you guys, tries to get you out, but then the trap, again, every time someone gets near the entrance, it goes off again.
This is the best trap you've ever built.
Which, do you like how I got you guys to get followers too? But that will bring us actually to Monday.
No, it's the follower! I'm sorry, they just keep triggering it!
I'm quarter hard.
I got no more heals.
I know. Oh.
Can't you dismantle the trap?
He does actually have the ability to disable traps. It's true.
Disable the trap.
I can't quit laughing.
I actually wanted to, before I moved, I wanted to take a perception check to see if there's any significance to the fact that there's only one golden llama statue out here.
You wanted to take a what check? Sorry.
A perception
I
check?
apologize.
Perception. Yeah. I don't know that that's the right skill check, but we can make that.
Maybe history?
Or insight, or just I'm
Ooh,
not sure.
I'll take
I'm not
I'll
sure
take an
what to-
insight. Yeah. 14.
Yes, you do note that there is a golden llama out front of this place, and it is riderless. The last ones you saw had riders on the back. You recall?
Okay, I relay that to the group, and I also point out the significance of the fact that it's only a single one and not the four of them like we normally see when we see these type of statues.
All right.
Maybe they can shout the others.
And then I would like to take a movement to get up to the entrance, but I'm not going on the rug thingy.
All right.
I don't have any abilities to disarm this, do I? I don't think so. I don't believe I do.
Think so, no.
Okay, then I'm just going to wait for someone who does, and I will assist them. So I'll hold my action until someone's ready to disarm it, and then I'll assist them.
Ooh, then you'll use the help action? Clever.
Yes, exactly.
All right. If that's the
Got it.
case, Trone, Appealy stabilizes you at great detriment to the rest of the party. But you are successfully in the hallway now. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna chug a protein shake real quick.
All right.
And Peely said it looks yummy. And then I'll
All
move
right.
up out of the range.
Copy that. As you come up around the corner, the cavern widens significantly, but turns around another corner that you cannot tell what is beyond. Oh, I skipped Spicy. It was supposed to be Spicy, then Trone. I'm just so used to you going first.
I'm gonna disable this trap so I don't die.
All
With
right.
my help action.
With it and
And guidance.
his tools. Your tools,
And
I
Remy
believe.
has guidance.
Oh, yeah, he could. Did Remy cast guidance and I didn't hear that?
I did not.
Ah, well, you could.
Yeah, that's why I was just looking at that spell. I was like, is that
Let's
the
see.
spell you do? I
Uh,
cast okay, I cast guidance. Let's do it.
All right. Well, this
Use
is
my
going to
priest
be.
name.
If he doesn't get this, it's going to be super impressive because he already has advantage on disarming a trap with his thieves tool. So
All I gotta do
he'll.
is roll a 6 or better and I got a 20.
All right. So.
Wait, you rolled a nat 20?
No, if I roll a 6 or better, I get a 20 because of...
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
he's got expertise, advantage,
And
guidance.
And I rolled a 16.
Nice. Yeah, no, you definitely. Not only do you disable, you realize that there's a double catch system, which there's 2 ways to set off the trap. So you go ahead and use your wrench and disable those pads right there.
Yep. Done.
And all right, I thought he hadn't done it yet, so I was like, oh my God, Monday. All right. But yeah, as you walk in, you know you can tell, obviously this was a trigger connected to a magical device that was launching meteors at you essentially as you entered the door. But it has apparently been deactivated.
A whole stack of peppers just came in clutch.
Right.
It took 32 of them to get back up.
Every time we're in the base and we're like just standing around, I'm literally just grabbing as many vegetables from the garden as possible.
Yeah. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and that's part of the idea of like the different parts. Like for example, Trone could be like making potions in there, by hand, quote unquote, to like pass the time or whatever, silly little stuff that we don't actually need to role play, but we could just for fun. But I like what you're doing. That's awesome. But all right. Sorry, Remy. You are
I'm
up.
gonna move forward now. Because it looks safe.
Accidentally damaged Benancy.
Poor Benancy. And Monday.
I will follow
here?
behind and then actually go a little ahead. To maybe here-ish? Yeah. And I kind of relate to them, oh, there's a big opening up here.
Right on. I'll tell you what, why don't you folks all come on up here and join Monday for their exclamation of the openness. Before you opens a wide cavern, and the Pele fell off you. You can see her down below. You folks can go ahead and engage in any fashion you'd like. It's almost 10, so rather than, work your way into it, I'm just going to throw a bunch of these dudes down there and let you fight your way through them. But how would you folks like to approach to begin?
approach it the way I always do. I rage.
All right.
I run behind him.
Copy that.
I got my healings going.
Oh.
Poison.
Watch out, but Nancy, why are you hitting me?
Got him cannon twice.
Uh-oh. Who's down there? Is that one of you? Oh, no, that's one of the AIs. And Nancy's stuck in the water fighting one of the other AIs.
Oh, I'm down. A tomato-looking guy with a cape got me down.
Yeah, he's about to get me too.
Yeah, those dudes are no joke.
No, they're... Screw you, Tomato King, leave me alone.
Nice, spicy.
Oh no, he almost got me. Dodge! Dodge! Get
Nice,
him!
Brock. I love when
Don't
Brock
let him
hits
heal.
things because they just go flying.
Oh yeah, he's down.
I just found this.
So,
Can I use it? Can I use this?
So after you folks work your way through what seems like countless waves of Pelefelafia of all nature, spellcasters and clerics alike, and various melee types, you discover the runes here before you, and apparently Monday comes charging back into the central square, shouting something about something they found.
I found this. Oh my god! It looks like magic. It must be technology. This could be the science that old banana thing was talking about.
Anybody who wants can roll me a history check.
I am so satisfied and thrilled that I do not even think to roll a history check to figure out what this thing is.
I got a 17.
17. Okay, yeah,
Yep.
you
Nat 1.
I got a 10.
all right. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a bonus, Remy, just because it's banana-related history. But Roma, the druidess of the moon, apparently, and as is seen in the bas-relief sculpture engraved into the wall of your bastion, carried the moon blade, which was allegedly a blade made of pure moonlight, which was used to sever Martho's right hand. And it is described exactly like the thing that you are holding in your hand.
Does Musa? Do you relate that to me?
Sure.
But Spicy, you definitely know that's a thing that you and maybe somebody else have been looking for.
Yep.
I say to the group, I'm like, okay, well, I'm
I was
not
thinking
much
about
for
stabbing him and taking
swords. I'm not much for swords, so who would this be most useful in the hands of?
Road, right?
I like charging the battle.
It is technically a light martial weapon, so any of you would be able to use it.
Well, Spicy, so who wants it? Spicy or Brock?
Or Musa can even use it. But everybody throw me, or actually Monday, you throw me a perception check, past tense perception check.
14.
14.
Wow, I'm right in the middle today.
Yeah. It's better than being at the low end like last
Yeah, that's
session.
true. Very true. Yeah.
The room, or the building rather, that you found that in, may be an armory of some variety.
Okay, so I tell everyone, I'm like, all right, we'll sort out who gets the school sword in a minute. You should all come up here. I think there's gonna be more stuff in here. There is. I found a chest.
Pickaxe on the wall.
I found a one of those. I can take this shield, the knockback shield.
Okay, I put the moon blade in the chest, so if Spicy or Brock want to grab it, one of y'all can.
How do you turn this thing on?
So, Brock, in your hand, that weapon feels wussy. It feels like you're holding air.
There's no weight to this thing.
I found a dagger, sapphire dagger for myself. I'm keeping this one.
Nice. What else did people find?
Oh,
I found a knockback shield.
I haven't found anything.
Here, Spicy, come here. I found this too, but I really don't need it because I already have a decent amount of these.
Oh. Monday found a magic axe tucked deep in the armory behind some other weapons, as well as apparently
Pepper dude.
a magic dagger.
You're the finesse guy. I need to hit stuff big. You could have that blue light. You could have that blue flashlight.
Flashlight.
So the only disadvantage to that is, for Spicy at least, is Spicy gets damage rune on daggers, and we cannot upgrade that currently, that lightsaber.
Yep, but my dagger might break mid-battle.
Right, that's true. Well, no, because that's the whole point of the magic level weapons is you can replace them for free. They don't break.
Right.
Where's the
I
sound?
forgot.
You could lose them into a deep chasm or something, but you don't have to ever buy a new. You know what I mean?
I'm in love with my magic dagger.
All right. So
Where's
you
the
found.
axe you were talking
It
about?
feels like an extension of my fists.
Where's that axe?
I believe Spicy has it at the moment.
Who's got that
Yeah, it's in my hand.
axe?
It's in my hand.
So all right, there is ye old lightsaber. There's a couple other buildings here. If you folks would like to peruse them.
Yeah, I'm already. Now we just gotta find something for Musa.
I wonder what there could be.
There's some like forge / altar out here. I don't know if that has any significance to anything. Oh wow, there's like straight up other buildings. Okay.
The pepper's down again.
Maybe I should grab that glowy sword.
Oh no! I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Oh no! Oh, I'm being revived, but it's not good. There's a lot of guys. I yell out and I just say there's a lot of enemies in here.
Hey, they've got poison gas out.
Oh, it's getting rough in there. Oh
I
no!
died.
Monday. All right,
I
bud.
kept almost getting revived, and then they were getting killed by the banana was getting killed by the guys.
Yeah. When you get back from wherever it spawned you, probably really far away, sadly.
No, it's at the entrance. We put.
Oh, that's right. That's
yeah,
right.
we put
Yeah, we made a camp. We're so smart.
It's clear.
Go ahead and make me a will saving throw. Monday.
Ooh, 7.
All right. So you do not manage to stabilize yourself, but your companions force their way in through the door. I'm gonna go ahead and I presume you guys weren't that far away, so I'm not even gonna make you roll for stabilizing him. But that only leaves really one building left in the place to check out.
Be careful, everyone. It's probably a trap.
Next step, spring the trap.
Step 3, profit.
There's a weird device in this room. I'm gonna smash it.
Oh, there's like some sort of holy tome. Musa, come here. Tell me what this is.
It's a book. I hate books.
It's a book.
He's busy. He just needs a minute. He'll be right
I
here.
just need it, yeah.
I found a map out here on
Let
the
me
table.
see. Oh, it seems to be a book.
Ooh, a very fancy book, which reminds me, I forgot a whole part of the story when you're talking to the Great Banana. Essentially, when he explains that the everything is the same, between the arcane and the holy. Essentially, there was at some point during the process of refining the means of communicating with the home world, that was developed alchemy, which is where the split between the spiritual and the science began. But that book is,
Grab it.
yes, you should definitely grab it. It is actually Roma's notes. And it will allow you to cast spells that I have yet to choose off of the druid spell list, as if they were cleric spells, as if they were holy roller spells. And Trone, when we get to a point, probably, well, maybe not next session, but maybe off camera, we're gonna go through and see what sorcerer and warlock spells Trone would be able to cast, because he will now have access to this same information. Yeah, so that'll widen up a little bit more utility in both spellcasters as well, because like I've mentioned before, they now in the new edition, the 2024 rules, like each class has their own spells, and like some classes share spells, but in the old rules back in the day, and now granted it was a little broken, but if you were a cleric, you could cast any holy spell, and if you were a wizard, you could cast any arcane spell, but not the case anymore. But that yeah, we're going to give you access to some more spells that'll allow you to manipulate the world around you more. Remy and Trone, you're going to get a
Awesome.
bunch more spells to mess with the world around you. Because that is the main difference between the two spells. One's to fix and work with the world, and the other spell casting is to, essentially destruction. Yeah.
Harry's already putting in his journal what he's going to do to the capital once he has that knowledge.
Well, I'll tell you what. Are you going to be excited to find out what the uh, quantumly entangled buildings are? But all right, I think that is a pretty good spot to wrap it up tonight. I mean, obviously we can run back to wherever we need to go, so we don't have to start here. Next time, you guys can ditch your followers. But yeah, in addition to that banana having been built 226 days ago, um, all the information that you guys have been finding out about the history of the place was available as well in different locations and through different means, one of which was the prison. All the different gangs being from all the different places and actually being from the world. For example, the Star Wars gang would have told you a bunch of information about, Star Wars stuff. Um, and then the different biome gangs, of course, have their own, information and stuff that you guys had access to that long ago. Like, I was talking about it the other day, and honestly, the entire Vault storyline was just to give you guys the information that you didn't get at the prison. So, now that we're all caught up in time,
I see has the axe and the lightsaber still.
Yes.
yeah, yeah, give Brock that axe. He wants that magic axe real bad. And then Musa's gonna get a bunch of spells. You have the lightsaber, right, Spicy?
Yeah.
Um, I think honestly,
template
actually,
guy.
damage-wise, the only person that is gonna benefit is Musa, because you get the damage on your daggers, right? What is your spider leg dagger do for damage? Spicy.
I could be wrong, but I think Spicy dropped.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, shoot, he's not in the Discord call anymore. Darn it. All right. Well, yeah, we'll figure it out. What is your machete you've got there do for damage, Remy?
It does 9.
9. Okay, so yeah, it would be 2 more with the lightsaber, and
Yeah.
then let's see.
I don't know what happened. I got kicked out of chat.
Each do
Yeah, that
9.
was weird. Yeah, so with the damage, your axe should be doing 11, right, John? So you do the same damage as the lightsaber, apparently.
Yeah, but I gotta put the enchantments on it first. It's got
Right.
4 slots.
Right. There you go.
Oh no.
But then,
Hey, banana.
what did yours do for damage, Spicy?
Me?
I don't know. Let's see.
Oh,
11 from the back.
Nice. Oh, right. So yeah.
7 from the front.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Does that little notebook there have anything to do about lifesteal abilities added to an axe?
We'll get you a lifesteal axe, I promise. But for now, this one's just your very first magical axe, buddy. So you get to throw all your knockback 2, damage 2.
And that's it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There's 2 slots left though.
Now I'm like the
Yeah,
Healy Peely Jedi.
I just made a generic axe. I didn't know who was gonna, and you know what I mean. I just kind of.
Maybe I got
So.
a very enchanted with some zapping.
Ooh, that'd be neat. Or maybe Harry knows Vampiric Touch.
Yes, he does.
Just find a way to make it permanent. You know, maybe an investment of gold of some variety. I'll tell you what, for 800 gold worth of materials, I'll let you put vampirism. You have access to level 2 runes as Harry, right? You should, I
Yes.
think. Yeah, so yeah, go ahead and put vampirism 2 on there. And if you want to make a new one with a red blade, you are welcome to. Like I said, I just made generic versions. If any of you want to modify the colors of the weapons that you found, feel free to.
Mine's a spider piece, so it's got to stay red.
Yeah.
And the saber's blue like the moon, so I
And
like
then yeah, that's the only one that can't be altered, honestly. It's an
that. I
artifact.
got new powers now. I'm a Jedi.
That's right.
To fly.
But who found the crystal shield? There was a crystal shield on the wall somewhere too.
I found a pickaxe, but no crystal shield.
I found one of these shields. It was a
What pickaxe did you find?
Pickaxe with Force 2.
Yeah, it was hanging on the wall.
That's so bizarre.
I had a knockback shield.
I didn't see a shield in there though.
Here, somebody check to see, because I feel like somebody accidentally switched their gear for the shield.
No, I mean I've got
The pickaxe with
2
knockback
shields in my
2
inventory, but I've had them the whole time.
would be Trone or Monday.
I don't have it.
For to have what?
Do you have a crystal shield in your inventory and missing your pick?
I don't have a crystal shield, and I do not have my pickaxe. What happened to my pickaxe? But I don't have a shield though.
You apparently put it into a wall mount, and Trone found it, or somebody found it.
Excuse me.
There should have been a crystal shield, so somebody who wants a crystal shield gets one. Probably Brock for the durability, but it
Let's stick with my knockback shield. Let Musa
Yeah.
have it.
and then
I got a knockback now, though. Thank you, though.
yeah, I think all of you can actually use the shield. Yeah, you should all be able to use all the shields.
I mean, if that's the case, I will happily integrate a shield into my martial arts routine.
Your character class can use a shield, so
Cool. I have a crystal shield now. I
am
now the shield monk.
The only drawback that you would face is you would lose your extra attack, that bonus attack, in turn-based
Okay, so
fighting.
I'll use it sparingly, type of thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, use it as often as you want to. How often do you need to punch things? 3 times, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
And then during live action, obviously you're losing your attack every time you put up your shield, so problem solved. But yeah, you guys have successfully found the first artifact, which out of game is a lightsaber. In game
Awesome.
is still a lightsaber, but is explained to you as a beam of pure
Moon sword.
moonlight. Yep. And yeah, as you light the blade, Remy, Musa feels a deep sense of connection to Roma, the druidess. He now carries her essentially spell book, um, and her mystical blade. So
Epic.
yeah, and yeah, everybody found cool stuff. Everybody did cool things. We now know the secrets of the universe. At least most of them. Some of them are still to be answered. Um,
Holding my
but
new axe, I feel connected to the llama of respawn.
uh, I missed the first part. How it's connected to the llama respawn, or
Holding my new axe makes me feel connected to the llama of respawn.
there you go. Hey, Spicy got kicked again. Not sure why, but that's all right, Spicy. Pop back in if you want to do an outro. Don't feel pressured to if you don't. But yeah, there is still obviously more to find out about the llamas of the apocalypse and all of that. There's, of course, hundreds of years of history still, that you know has now been somewhat explained, but obviously bears some further explanation. Um, but yeah, we'll see what mysteries unravel in our next few episodes as we go along. But yeah, you guys want to roll some quick initiatives? We'll do some outros, and we will get the truck out of Dodge.
18.
16.
13.
Oh, 13. All right, Monday.
Hey everyone, I'm Monday Olives, and you've been watching Kaverns Klombos every Tuesday night at the Long Tom Lounge on YouTube from 8 to 10 p.m. ET. I will be returning this week later on randomly. I haven't decided what day yet, but I'm going to be streaming some Legos later on my Monday Olives channel. Probably Thursday or Friday. I haven't completely decided yet. In addition to that, I'll be doing some more content next week, and I'll be back for Caverns and Colombo next week. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching us and been along for the journey. And I can't wait to come up with some awesome things and find some more old bananas that have been a part of the world for as long as it's been here.
Right on. Yeah, looking forward to seeing some new stuff from Monday. So everybody check out their channel and brace yourself for that. Um, but yeah, thank you as always for coming out Monday and being part of the story. It's always a good time.
Of course. I love it. Every second of it.
Um, and Remy.
All right. Just want to say, as always, I'm having a great time playing. Pretty awesome now that I got a lightsaber, especially during this time of Star Warsness. You can catch me streaming on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. Usually during the week between the hours of 12 and 4 Eastern Time. So come on by, say hi, and yeah, watch some LEGO Fortnite with me.
Heck yeah, bud. Nah, awesome job as well. Thank you for being here as always.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to expanding your repertoire of spells because like I was saying, the spell casting was more versatile in other editions of D&D, and we're trying to stay true to that, but also we're doing our own thing. So why don't we do our own thing? So you should be able to not just like make a little stone bridge. We're gonna make so you can make walls and you can throw out bushes and stuff like that. We'll hook you up.
Yeah.
We'll get you some good nature spells because you are after all the Peely among us. So only makes
Healing.
sense that some of that mojo should flow through you. But yeah,
Also,
uh,
thank you, Jack's Attacks. He just said W stream, so appreciate
heck yeah,
that. Thank you.
awesome. Yeah, thank you, Jax. And that'll bring us to the top of the order. Uh, or, or is it the top of the order? Top of the order, Tron. Either way, whatever end it is, lead us on out, bud.
The easiest way to solve any problem for a barbarian is with an axe that drinks blood.
There you go. See, look at that.
That being said, check out my Baldur's Gate morning streams. I call it Coffee and CRPGs, where I'm playing a Hexblade Warlock.
Nice. Heck yeah. I like how we got a lightsaber and a blue lightsaber and a blue axe, and then immediately you bled the crystal and turned it red.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
proud. I'm proud of you, bud. But yeah, everybody check out Trone Gaming on YouTube. Um, got a. Have you been doing 40K still, or is that over now?
On hiatus right now.
Right on. But definitely check out the Baldur's Gate stuff because it is the video game version of what we're doing here is based off of. Dungeons and Dragons, for those of you who don't know, is the exact system that Baldur's Gate 3 uses, with obviously some minor changes for what will be obvious reasons. But yeah, good stuff there all around. And of course, check out Spicy's channel as well. Spicy's not in the Discord call at the moment, but yeah, definitely check him out. At Spicy Plays with a Z on YouTube as well. And I think that's gonna do it for us. I'm Long Tom, obviously. Hey, this has been the Long Tom Lounge. Here's one of the cats. Say hi, cat. Meow meow. Ain't she doorbell? But anyways, join us again as we've mentioned next Tuesday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time, as we check the item shop and then immediately play our version of ADHD&D, Caverns and Klombos. And yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up. Like I was saying, only thing left to do is say goodnight, adventurers.
Good night, adventurers.
Good night, adventurers. And thank you, everybody in chat, for coming on out. Syria, Rooster, everybody who came out. Opie, Zebra, all of you. We love seeing you guys out here, and we will see you next time. Bye.